This video is part of a 3-part series that tackles Call of Duty Black Ops 7's suite of modes, so please do check out our other videos that cover the expansive multiplayer suite and of course zombies modes. Let's get into it, our Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign and endgame review.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 was made at the exact same time as Black Ops 6, and it occasionally shows in this insane, bombastic, and surprisingly large campaign which reuses a lot of assets from its multiplayer modes, as well as a few surprising returns from that previous entry. But hey, as a 4-member elite special unit killer cool guy and gal squad, you'll fight through 11 missions, mostly set on the enormous map of Avalon. Black Ops 7's story is huge, extremely dumb, and an incredibly fun time. The campaign and its endgame component can be played solo or with up to 4 total players. You have David Mason, Mike Harper, Eric Samuels, and Leilana, aka 50/50. You'll be traversing Avalon as you hunt down Emma Kagan and her paramilitary security group, the Guild. Without spoiling too much, there is a gas similar to the Scarecrow's fear toxin from the final Batman Arkham game. Inhaling it drives people nuts, eventually leading to their death after they become incredibly violent. Our heroes have state-of-the-art C-Link chips, whatever that means, installed in their domes. Instead of death, they just end up in a shared series of nightmarish hell worlds. The campaign sees you jump between these real-world and nightmare missions, sometimes 3 or 4 times in a single go. While this isn't a globe-trotting hoorah or spy adventure like previous COD titles, it might be the craziest. The nightmare part of this aptly titled Worlds Collide campaign gives us some of the biggest, gnarliest, and stupidest Call of Duty set-piece moments ever. It gets dumb, like really dumb, with ham-fisted tough guy one-liners flying continuously. Each character gets a small amount of growth through their nightmare levels. None of it feels particularly earned, and by the end I was mainly just grinning so damn much because of how amazing it feels to play. As Black Ops 7 takes the Omni movement system from 6, which debuted there, and damn near perfects it. The running and gunning is perhaps my favorite in FPS history. Every part of it just feels so good. Your characters are super fast, and the new wall jump mechanic feels shockingly easy to use, and the over-the-top near-future tech abilities let you pull off dazzling maneuvers on a short cooldown. And everyone knows the gunplay of a Call of Duty title. New hit markers let you know how much health your human and robot enemies have, and thankfully the robots aren't overused. Instead, they're generally augmenting their human cohorts by being less lethal but a lot tankier. Outside of your 2 main weapons, which you can change at various ammo depots around each level, you'll have a tactical slot and minor and major abilities. The tactical mainly works on a short cooldown and can be various grenades, straight line exploding drones, stim shots, and more. The minor and major abilities let you change up the gameplay in pretty crazy ways. Having a super jump or grappling hook lets you fly around the game's larger maps like a ridiculous-looking human squirrel using the flight suit. And that grappling hook may be one of the best I've ever used in a game, because it can latch onto anything, and the forward momentum you get would probably tear the shoulder off of any real human being socket. Like, you go flying. Major abilities operate on a longer cooldown than minor and offer up toys like rapid-fire grenade launchers, explosive drone armies, and the ability to teleport enemies into the sky, after which they fall to an instant death, among many others. There are more to find as they are dotted throughout each level and are rewards in the endgame map. And I beat the campaign in roughly 5 to 5.5 hours with our editor-in-chief John Clark playing co-op with me. The amount of times we both yelled, "This is so stupid and amazing," must have been in the dozens. It is an enormous, gorgeous campaign that ran incredibly well on everything I tried. Xbox Series X ran the game at a clean, beautiful 4K 60. My PC held a near-locked 120 at max 4K everything, and I even got a steady at 60 FPS on the Xbox Ally X as well, at a mix of medium to low 1080p. The game features a solid cast of actors. Despite that, the writing was of such a high level of cheese that there was no making it sound, cool in the end, and Michael Rooker did his best being the cantankerous old dog of the squad, but still, no level of talent can make those lines not sound like pure cheese. That is not the case, however, for the soundtrack. Featuring a main theme by Trent Reznor, the soundtrack is freaking amazing. It's about as epic of a soundtrack as I can remember for a COD game having, and that's a big statement, because there's no rock in this one. It is all bombastic, orchestral, high-tempo music, and it freaking rules. And while the sound effects aren't the best I've heard, they got the job done as far as letting you know exactly where enemies are and what type of weapon you'll be facing. But the big thing outside of the campaign, once you beat it, is the endgame. Because Call of Duty and crazy campaigns, that's not new, especially for Black Ops. What is new is this endgame system, which takes place entirely on the absolutely gigantic Avalon map. After you complete the final mission of the campaign, you're going to automatically jump into this brand new mode. It is a PvE-only extraction experience where teams of 4 with up to 32 total players per map will drop into 4 different zones. You start at power level 0 in Zone 1 and work your way up to 50 in Zone 4. Each of those zones requires you to dish out and take more and more damage. So at like level 10, your damage doubles, which kind of lets you finally go into Zone 2 and so on. The point of the mode is to level up your operators until you are strong enough to get to the final zone. To do this, you'll play what is essentially a friendly extraction mode. It's really tough to do solo, but you can always autofill and you'll be on the map with other people. But if you die, you lose all of that progress with that operator. Each character has their own power level, which rises as you kill enemies and complete objectives in the mode. But if you fail to extract, those levels are completely gone for that character. There's no worry about other players shooting you to death. It is strictly PvE and more of a collaborative defeat the guild effort amongst the player base. But we were shown some of the content coming in the game's first season, like gigantic bloody T-Rexes and an iron giant-sized robot to fight, and because the endgame island is full of that crazy killer fog from the base campaign, you've got some wild enemies to go after. It looks great, and I spent hours in it during the review period, and it felt like my dream extraction game. Because I'm not the biggest PvP guy, I play COD for the campaign and zombies. Having a new PvE mode that, like everything else, lets me level my guns and account has me in heaven. That's right, the campaign and its endgame now contribute to weapon and player experience levels. You can hit rank caps and prestige without ever touching another mode if you didn't want to. By the time I finished the campaign and had done 2 endgame runs, I was up to account level 32. Wrapping things up, the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign is an incredibly fun, polished, and stupid experience. The story is nonsense that allows for some of the craziest experiences I can remember in a video game. Giant machetes, twisted highways, and more are amazing playgrounds for some of the absolute best gameplay around.